All right, Sports Talker Nation, welcome back once again as we continue with our 2016 NFL team-by-team draft review. I'm your host, G-Man, and today we're going to talk about the New York Giants. I think the Giants are one of the most stable organizations in the NFL, and I think, as usual, they did a very good job in the draft. They've gone insane this year in the offseason with their free agency, so combined with what they did in the draft, I think they've really improved themselves. I think they gave Eli some offensive tools. They need to retool that defense, what they've tried to do in free agency. They did add a little bit of help here as well. I think they did a great job, just kind of sat still and did what they needed to do. Again, not a lot of moving around. Stable, solid, smart. So let's start at the top of the first round. They took Eli Apple. Everyone thinks that's a bit of a stretch. I thought Eli Apple was the best corner in the draft, and that includes Jalen Ramsey. Well, I guess he and Jalen Ramsey were pretty damn close. Maybe I'd give it to Ramsey for his flexibility, but I certainly thought he was better than Vernon Hargreaves. They got him just sitting there at 10. I think it's an excellent selection. Sterling Shepard falls to them in round 2 in the 40th selection. I think he is a speed guy in the slot, or you put him on the outside if Victor Cruz comes back. To go with ODB, I think in single coverage, he's not real big, but he's very quick, he's very fast, very elusive. I think he's a starter right away. I think he's good for 60 catches, 900 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Excellent selection in the second round. Darian Thompson, a safety in the third round. Not only did they build through free agency their defense, this kid can play. He's not overly fast, but I think he's fast enough to cover a tight end, and he's big enough to cover a tight end. B.J. Goodson in the fourth round, decent player, more special teams than anything. Fifth round, they get Paul Perkins. I think Paul Perkins is going to make that team, and I think eventually he's probably going to split time. In that offense, they're going to be more pass-specific, right? So I think the days with Williams being in there and being the slogging running back, and even Rashad Jennings being the slogging running back, I think those guys are going to go. I think Perkins is eventually going to split time with their other pass-catching back there. I think I don't love him, but I do think he's got a chance to be a piece that helps. Jarrell Adams, the tight ends, in round 6, who knows, is kind of a roster filler at that point. But overall, the Giants, again, stayed where they needed to stay and did what they needed to do. I think they have 4 long-term starters, and their major weakness is fortified on defense as well in the defensive backfield, and they gave Eli a little bit more help with the wide receiver and running back position. Just an excellent draft. I give them an A on the draft. I think that Darian Thompson is probably their best potential steal because I can't count Eli Apple. He went where I expected him to go. Thompson went much later than I expected him to go. They don't really have a reach. I guess you could say that B.J. Goodson is a reach in the 4th round, but in the 4th round, you're really picking for style and fit. So I don't think they had a reach. I give them a solid A draft. I think coupled with the free agency, I think they're going to be good for a long time, and I think they've really helped to retool that team and give them a chance to give the new coach what he wants to do offensively and be able to at least keep up defensively. So with your 2016 NFL team-by-team review of the New York Giants, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.